This map with this gun in this game mode. Got that covered. And this is me on the internet. So, you know, I don't have a lot of time to play during the weekdays because for whatever, like, now I'm actually kind of busy, which kind of sucks because I, like, rather play COD than, like, play baseball for 4 hours. Well, like, practice baseball. I mean, playing isn't all that bad. No idea what this guy was doing. But anyway, stupid phone. Anyway, yeah, I played all of 3 games this Saturday morning, and during the 3rd game, my Wii froze, and I'm not trying to like overuse it, so I figure I guess I'll just have to play 3 games at a time, cut it off, let it rest for an hour so it doesn't overheat and break, which really sucks. It's going to be annoying. I mean, that's sarcasm, but like, you know, if it's going to be freezing all the time, that will end up getting annoying as all get up. By the way, my aim sucks now because I'm still like kind of getting used to my like sensitivity again. Like, it wasn't good before, but it isn't even quite back to like the bad that it was like previously. But I'll get there eventually. Anyway, last night, Friday night, my school put on not a play. They called it the music review, and basically it was like the choir, the chorus, like all like the different like singing classes you can take out at this school or whatever. They basically put on like a concert kind of thing, except it was like a time traveling thing. Like they started with like 1 song from the 40s and 2 songs from the 50s, and then they'd have like 3 songs from the 50s and then the 60s and 70s, 80s, 90s, and then like the now. I guess they didn't do like a 2011 one. That would have been stupid. But they took out about 20 songs, and they were just like different groups, and you know, it was a pretty cool show. But at the very beginning, when like I got there, like our auditorium probably sits maybe like 1,000 people, and that like I guess it's just your basic auditorium. You got a stage, then seats that just kind of flow back, like wooden chairs. It's not like an amazing auditorium, but like it's decent, so I'm not going to complain. But anyway, go in there, and you know, there's people, and I see a piano at the front with a kid that like I've had a class with that I know he plays the piano. He's actually really good. He's Asian, so that helps. Ironically, he's Asian and he's really good at math. Not trying to be stereotypical, that's just the way it is. But anyway, we go in there and I see the piano at the front. I see like the chorus, like choir lady, teacher, whatever you want to call her. Like, I know who she is, and I saw her and I was like, all right. But then I saw this lady posting up like in the corner in front of the stage, and she had her own little like podium with her light, and I had no idea who she was. Like, I'd never seen her before in my entire life, and I was trying to figure out what the deal was. And if, like, you know, we got there a little bit early, and obviously it's not going to start for a couple minutes. But I'm just like sitting there, not like staring, but just kind of like looking around, but like still trying to figure out why she's there. And keep in mind, this is like a music review. Like, the purpose is for them to be singing songs the whole time, which the show itself was all right. Like, the mics were breaking, like the mics like stopped working eventually, like just like one of them. So like for one song, like the guy that had a solo got completely screwed over. And then sometimes they were just kind of quiet because they weren't close enough to the mic. But actually some pretty good singers. It was really surprising. But anyway, when it first started, there was a guy doing like the commentary. The guy working lights, he was like telling us, like kind of giving us like a little history of the 40s. No idea where that guy was. I couldn't figure out how he killed me. I was looking on the radar. There was no one near me. Somehow he just shot me in the head. I don't know what happened. If you can figure that out, please let me know. But anyway, he was giving a little rundown, and I looked over at the lady on like on the podium, the lady I didn't know, and she was sitting there signing, like, you know, because apparently there was people that were deaf in the audience, so she was signing to them. And at first I was like, yeah, you know what, that's pretty cool, like that'd be a cool job to have, like, you know, it's kind of inspiring. But then I thought about it. Deaf people went to see a concert. Like, maybe that's just me. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like that seems kind. I completely missed the guy planting the bomb. Anyway, but seriously, like, deaf people went to a concert, and I asked my girlfriend. Like, I turned next to her, and I was like, "Okay, I know you see that." And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "The lady over there is signing." And then she just kind of gave me the look of like, "Wow, you're being extremely like rude and offensive right now." But like, I thought like it made no sense to me. If you're deaf, why would you go to a concert? And as it turns out, one of the girls that was singing in the concert, I can't give her name. I was about to. I can't give her name. Turns out both of her parents are deaf, and they went to see their daughter perform. So they had to get the signer just to, like, you know the words and all that. Although I guess that wasn't really necessary, because if my daughter was performing, I'd be watching her rather than my signer. I don't know if there's like a proper name for him. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. And speaking of deaf people, I do play baseball. If like you're like, I don't know, if you don't like pay attention to like any other time I said it, but I do play baseball for my high school. And there's a deaf kid on the baseball team. He's a sophomore. I'm a junior. We call him Big Sloppy, but that's a different story for a different day. The kid's actually, he's pretty good at baseball. He is completely deaf. Like, he's 100% deaf, can't hear squat. But he, like, when he was born 100% deaf. But he does have, like, the implant thing, so he can kind of hear. But it's always a lot of fun when he's playing, because sometimes if the coach yells at him, he just acts like he can't hear him. And so the coach is sitting there screaming at him. He just, like, doesn't move or anything. And finally, the coach, like, you know, like, grabs him to get his attention, and then he just, like, completely plays the deaf card, and then, I don't know, it's really funny. That, like, the first story is okay, the second story is bad. I ran out of time. I really have to plan these things better. And you're listening while watching a black screen. How do you feel right now? All right, now turn around, do some jumping jacks, run in a circle. I said a circle. Quit running in triangles. God, what are you doing with your life, man?